I've always thought of myself as a practical man, but nothing could have prepared me for the terror that crept into my life. I live alone in a modest home on the outskirts of town, a place that once felt safe and warm. Every night, I lock all the doors, especially the old basement door, which I use to store tools and old boxes. I'm sure I always lock it. Yet, every morning, I wake up to find the basement door slightly open. At first, I blamed my forgetfulness or assumed the wind had blown it open, but soon the pattern became too clear to ignore. It started with small, odd details. One morning, I noticed a chill air drifting from the basement as I sipped my coffee. I thought nothing of it until I began hearing faint creaks at night, soft sounds that resembled footsteps on wooden floors. I even caught a glimpse of a dark shape near the door when I passed by at dusk. I chalked it up to my tired eyes playing tricks on me. But as the days passed, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. I would lie in bed, wide awake, listening to the silence that suddenly felt heavy. Each time I checked, the basement door was open, a silent invitation to something I could not name. I decided to take action. One evening, after another sleepless night filled with uneasy thoughts, I purchased a small camera to monitor the basement door. I placed it in the hallway where it could capture a clear view of the door, hoping that the footage would put an end to my anxiety. That night, I set up the camera and locked all the doors with extra care. I tried to convince myself that my mind was playing tricks on me, that the house's old bones creaking was nothing more than the natural sounds of an aging home. The next morning, I eagerly checked the camera feed. At first, the screen was dark and still. Then, around 2 in the night, I saw something that chilled me to the bone. The camera recorded the basement door slowly creaking open by itself. I paused the video, staring at the frozen image of the door in mid-motion. In that faint light, a shadow drifted past the frame, a figure that did not belong there. It lingered for a few agonizing seconds, as if it were studying me through the lens, before disappearing into the darkness below. I rewound the clip several times, but the details remained hazy, leaving me with a deep, unsettling fear that I could not shake off. That night, the unease grew stronger. I sat alone in the living room, the silence around me thick and heavy. The sound of soft footsteps seemed to come from the basement, echoing slowly up the stairs. I could even hear a low murmur, like someone whispering in a language I did not know. My heart beat fast as I listened, and I checked every lock again, making sure that all was secure. But when I crept toward the basement door, I found it open, just as it had been every morning. A cold, deep dread filled me, and I knew that I was not alone. I tried to explain away my fear as nothing more than nerves, but the camera showed me the truth. I reached out to a friend, hoping for advice or comfort. He smiled and told me that old houses often make strange noises, that I was likely overthinking things. But his words fell flat in the face of what I had seen. Every night, the basement door remained unlocked, and the shadow on the camera left me with a terror I could not name. I began to doubt my own sanity, wondering if I was losing grip on reality. Now, every day begins with the same unsettling sight. I open my eyes and see the basement door, always left ajar as if to welcome something in. I have not been able to shake off the feeling that something unseen is watching me, waiting for the right moment to step through. Sleep has become a memory, replaced by restless nights filled with dread and uneasy dreams. I have learned that some doors, once opened, never truly close again. I live each day with the fear that the unknown may one day come knocking, changing my life forever. I still review the footage now and then, hoping to catch a new glimpse or a clue that might explain the mystery. But each time, the camera only offers more questions than answers. I have not seen another clear image of that eerie figure, yet the memory is burned into my mind. The basement door remains a silent testament to the strange events that have forever changed the way I see my home. I do not know if I will ever feel safe again, but I carry on, haunted by the truth that some mysteries are best left unsolved.